ashwagandha, winter death cherry, Indian ginseng. One of the names that it translates to is like a horse, you know? And so they're talking about a couple different things. They're talking about the stamina that it gives you, and they're also talking about what it smells like. Give that a whiff. So while we're over here by the ashwagandha, why doesn't everyone grab a leaf, put it in your face, like so, and then just let it be there, and then maybe put a tooth into it, let it diffuse its bitter beauty. If you don't like the flavor, if it's like, oh shit, that's too much for me, you can just take it and spit it out, whatever. What you can use the berries for is a rennet for cheese making, or it coagulates milk. And you can also take the leaves and the berries. If you got some tumor or cyst, you can just grind that up, use it as a poultice, and it'll kind of just dissolve and take away any kind of stagnation in the tissues at like a dermal, subdermal kind of level. It'll cure tooth infections like the leaf in your face. It's very grounding, it's very centering. It also takes any kind of exhaustion out of your way. So for me, when I'm out in the field and it's the end of the day and I'm like, oh shit, I'm done. I put some ashwagandha in my face and it's just like, oh, I've got this, And so it kind of takes any kind of, when you're pushing up against a wall, it takes that wall out of your face so you can just keep going. So, and it's really through a real kind of grounding, peaceful kind of thing. It's a very like peaceful, calming kind of yin sort of energizer. If you happen to have Parkinson's disease or any kind of nervous, where you have toxicity to your nerve endings, it's like screwing with everything. It undoes that, so it reverses Parkinson's. We cook it. I recommend putting it in soup stocks and make tea. We do ashwagandha tomato sauce too, and so we're taking the, some people think that tomatoes are inflammatory, so we put the inflammatory tomatoes next to the anti-inflammatory.
It smells so good.
Ashwagandha. So beautiful. What's the thistle good for? When you taste it, it's almost like this nutrition that's been lacking, and it's ultimately kidney medicine. So it really feeds and nourishes both the blood. It cleans the kidneys out, and it solidifies and reinforces the kidneys with salts from the earth that we're kind of lacking. So it's a nutritive food. So this thistle is something that we can take a bunch of, cook it up, and then put it in a stir fry. What we're going to do today for some snack or lunch or whatever we're going to call it is take a bunch of thistle, a bunch of dandelion, a bunch of chicory roots, a bunch of crazy roots, and fry them up together. Take the greens, so we're going to make a salad with those. So here's to the thistle. Thanks, thistle. Similar to sunflowers, pulls out toxicity. So, and you can also see in that punk kid nature, it's just like, hey, stay away. There's a problem. I'm gonna fix it. The thistle grows, and then the trees kind of come in, and then the trees provide the canopy. When we look at the long cycle of the thistle as a remediator, it kind of has a place and has its virtue. We know a lot of people just talk shit on you and spray, Roundup and 2,4-D, but we're not going to do that. We see your beauty, and we're going to enjoy, what you have to offer. We use purslane in the garden as a functional ground cover to kind of hold down the moisture, and we also have another crop that we can get if we need one. We can just come and get the purslane and open up the soil again. So we play it like that. Got vitamin C in it. It's also super succulent, and it's mucilaginous, so it's going to be really good for soothing the tissues, especially the gastric lining, the bowel, the whole digestive tract. It's also going to have omega-3s and 6s, these fatty acids that are kind of hard to find sometimes in the standard American diet. So it's going to help also with soothing the nerves, soothing the digestive tract, which, there's more nerves in the digestive system and enteric nervous system than there are in the brain. So oftentimes when we soothe our guts, we're really soothing our whole being.
Yum.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
This is it's my favorite family of plants. It's another one that's super prolific around here. It's real easy to weed. It's real nice and sweet. Colloquially called lady's thumb, and then it's also called smartweed. Why don't we all pick some of this and eat it, because it's just friggin' delicious. Letting go of bullshit, like letting go and then opening to change in like a really grounded and attuned way, trusting our intuition and receive messages from the universe. So it's a very kind of opening, expanding plant. Also, it's got analogs of resveratrol in it, so being in that family, it acts on our liver, on our nervous system, and our kidneys to kind of take any kind of stuck, gunk, any kind of crystallized waste material. It helps us let it go. Deeply healing, and deeply pretty much allows us to catalyze this physiology, but also allows us to slowly cathart and release sort of any kind of energy that isn't ours. That's some yellow dock right there. These guys, like, check it out. You take too much of that, you're gonna shit your brains out. You know? You're gonna hurt on the inside. So let's chew up that stuff.
Here we go.
Let's start with the small guy.
Weeds as medicine.
Is it good for when you have parasites?
Yeah, it'll totally clean your bowels and get the stuff off the lining. And it might even kill the parasites themselves. It's great. It's a great source of iron, great source of minerals again. It's got those oxalates. Chew on that and see what you think.
Whoa.
You want to cut them up and pass them around?
Oh my god.
Yeah, just little shorties. I think it's potent medicine. So, but yeah, you get that. It's like pucker in and stuff.
It's yellow because the root is yellow.
Yeah.
And the flowers are just
Medicine's only as powerful as the power of the prayer. And so, you know, when we're taking these plants, to really kind of state our intentions and to ask them to help us in ways that we need help, it really just potentiates the medicine, and it helps both on the plant and facilitate the change that we're asking for. So maybe we all feed each other and feed ourselves and understand our purpose here and really step into our sacred purpose. We all showed up here on this planet for some reason, and life is short, so let's get to it.